channel. Today's video is on this bridal trial makeup look. I really like how it turned out. It's super fun testing all of these products and seeing what I like. The main thing now I need to do is just see how these wear throughout the day, and we will figure out what I want to wear. We have like a little more than a year, so got plenty of time. Please like and subscribe down below. Like this video, check out my other videos. I'm trying to post more wedding content and then obviously some makeup content too. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so to start off, we're going to start off with our brows. I'm going to use the NYX Micro Brow Pencil in Brunette and fill in my brows. Just filling in any of those sparse areas. I think for my wedding, I will probably get my brows tinted or do the henna thing again, but for now I'm just going to fill them in for this tutorial. So the next thing I do is prime my eyes. I'm taking some Maybelline Fit Me concealer, just priming my lids for shadow, and I'm just going to blend that all over my eye area, everywhere that the shadows are going to go. And I showed you that Scotch tape because I am going to be using the Scotch tape to create a nice and precise line, make my eyes look nice and open with the shape of the shadow. And I'm just going to set that before the tape, I guess, with some Brighten Up powder from Essence. I'm going to be using a variety of these Colourpop single shadows. I recently made this order to kind of create like my perfect bridal palette because they were having a sale, so I just ordered a ton of different shades, and the look I'm going for today is a purple mauve smoky look. So I put on that tape, and then we are going to dive into the Colourpop shadows. So the first one I'm going to go into is the transition shade, and this one is called Lay Low, and it is a nice peachy salmon colored transition shade, perfect for the crease, and I'm just really blending this all over. Really taking my time with this eyeshadow look. I'm going to be building up a ton of different colors, making sure each side is even. I'm going to go into a smaller, more dome-shaped brush and start buffing a purpley mauve color into that outer portion, and this is called Say I Do, which is so cute for bridal, but it is the exact shade I was looking for. It's more of like a light mauve pink shade with a little bit of gray, so that is where I am putting that shade. Next, I'm going to go into a very similar shade to Say I Do, but it is called Labyrinth, and I'm just going to put that right where I put Say I Do, just building a ton of colors up in my crease in the outer portion to really create that like winged open up effect. So I'm going into a more of a brown shade, very similar to Labyrinth and kind of the same like lightness, and it is called Made to Last. It is like a gray brown, a light gray brown. And then I'm just packing all of these colors on that outer portion close to the tape, really opening up my eye. And then after every color I place down, I'm going to go in and blend just to make sure there's no harsh lines and everything looks nice and seamless. I'm going to go in to a very gray purple shade, and this is called Chick Happens. And I'm going to put that in the exact same spot. Next, I'm going to go into a deeper plum brown color, and this is called Cute Alert. And put that in the outer V, and then blend again. And every time I'm blending, except for a couple times, I really don't pick up any additional product. I'll just go in with whatever was left on the big blending brush and do that. So I'm taking a mix next of these two berry colors, and they are Stay Golden, which is so weird, and Get Out. And I'm just gonna put those in the outer V, really try and build up that berry look. And then blend again. Alright, then I'm just taking those lighter colors again, picking up a little bit more, and then blending on top. I'm going to go into a dark, I would consider this like a purple brown. It's kind of like a brick red, purpley brown. It's called Facet. And I'm going to put that in the same area. And this is going to really deepen up the look. And then blend that out again. And then I'm going to go into the dark brown, and that is called Feathered. Then blend with that brush again. Move the camera around a little, I guess. Next, I go into that very deep purple wine shade, and this is called Sleeper. Blend all those shades out. I think as I practice this look, I won't use as many shades, but just for today, I wanted to test these shadows out and see which specific ones I like. So I'm going to be going into the dark brown and the black. And the dark brown is called Roundhouse, and the black is called Let's Do It. And I'm going to put that pretty low on that outer portion and really deepen up this whole look. And then blend all those shadows together. Take off the tape and kind of just make sure my shape is even on both sides. And then I'm going to take a makeup remover wipe off any of the fallout, and then I kind of like to just cleanse my entire face with the wipe. I'm going to go into the light cream shadow called Hear Me Out and just lighten up the lid area, like the first half of the lid, just because it got pretty dark with all those shadows we used. And then I'm going to put on mascara. I'm going to be using all Essence products actually, and this is the Essence Volume Booster Lash Primer. I've been loving to use this to prime my lashes. And for mascara, I'm going to be using a combo of the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect and then the Sculpted Volume Mascara from the Essence brand as well. And then I just apply on several coats of those two mascaras. And I just like to do this before I put any of my face makeup on. That way if I get any, like if I blink and it gets on my lower lash area, I can just wipe it away and there's no foundation to worry about. Next, we're going to go in and prime the face. I'm going to be using my current favorite combo once I find it. And the first thing I'm going to do is go into the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer in the Dewy formula. I love this primer. It is such a pretty subtle glow. And I'm just going to apply that pretty much everywhere. just to create that nice glow underneath the foundation. And then for the matte primer, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Magic Perfecting Base. And I just really focus this in my pore area, and then I'll just like diffuse it out into the rest of my face. I'm going to color correct with my Benefit Boing Brightening Concealer in number 1. I typically don't do this step all the time, but I think for my wedding day I probably will, just because it'll be a stressful day and I might have some dark under eye area. So I'm just going to blend this out with a concealer brush. And then for foundation, I'm going to be using one of my favorites, the one I think I'm going to use on my wedding day, and that is the Hourglass Vanish Stick Foundation. This is a brand new one. I went through an entire one, which is so impressive for foundation for me, because normally I'll get sick of them pretty quickly. So I'm just going to blend this out with a beauty blender. And I'm going to use my Colourpop All-Star Face Setting Spray. I purchased this with the Colourpop single shadows I just got, and I love it. It smells like a combo of essential oils that I cannot think of, so if you know what I'm talking about, leave it in the description below. It kind of reminds me of like fall essential oil blend, but I can't put my finger on like the exact scent. Then I'm just going to blend it out, kind of build up this foundation as I see fit until I like the coverage I get. Oops, I did not blend well by my ear. Hopefully I fixed that. Okay, for concealer, I'm going to go into the Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I love how this one looks. It is just so creamy and smooth, and it provides just like the perfect amount of coverage for me right now. I don't have super dark circles, or I'm pretty blessed. I'm young. I don't have too much issues going on underneath my eyes, so I just like how it looks. It's nice and lightweight, but it does provide a little bit of coverage for any discoloration. It also does a great job at priming the eyelids, so it's a win for me, and I'm just gonna count on it for my wedding day. I think so, unless I try something else out I really like. And then I will be cream contouring, and for cream contour, I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible Longwear Shaping Stick Foundation, and I use the shade CACAO. Oh, sorry, it's just Cocoa. So it's 410. So it's just a darker foundation shade, and I really like using this for cream contour. Then I just blend that out with a buffing brush. It blends out really nicely, as you can see. It's like, I think this shade of foundation is really pretty. It's a little warm, but it's not too warm for my like olive skin tone, so I really like how it looks. And I'm just going to blend out any of that creasing that the concealer might have done. And then I'm going to set everything with my Maybelline Fit Me powder. I kind of bake underneath my eyes here, and then I literally press the powder everywhere. And this just will really lock in the makeup. I can't decide if I want to use this or the Lancome powder that I like. This one works with every foundation I've ever tried, so we'll just have to test these two powders out and see which one wins. I'm pretty sure I'll go with this one. Do some baking, carving out my cheekbones, and then I'm just pressing them the powder everywhere. All right, next I am going into, let's see, the LA Girl Glide Gel Liner. This isn't my favorite liner. I would probably go in with my Essence 16 Hour Wear, but I'm almost out of that one, so I just used this LA Girl one for this video. And then I'm just gonna go in reverse from the darkest shades to the lightest shades on my lower lash line, just buff those out. I think one thing I'll do the next time I try this look is try and bring, or I probably won't use the tape. I think I'll just do like a more natural cut at the end of the foundation so I can combine the lower and the bottom lash line a little bit more smoothly. But I do like the color combo I used for this, so that is a win. I had a little bit of mascara on there, so I tried to get it off. And just blend away. Just do a little dance. I'm listening to music while filming, so that is why I'm singing. And I'm going to apply a little bit more powder all over. And then I'm going to take that same Essence mascara and just coat my lower lashes with it. And then I guess I'm going to brush off my entire bakeage. I continuously kind of like brush it off, put it back out for the baking. Just really layer up that powder, cake that face up with the powder. I'm gonna go into my favorite bronzer, the Butter Bronzer. This is a for sure use on my wedding day. It's just the most complimentary, oh wow, that was a complimentary bronzer for my skin tone, and I just love it, so definitely will be using that. And then I'm just gonna put some more powder on, because why not? Make sure everything's nice and blended. I think I'm going to go in a blush. Nope, I'm going to keep blending. Then I'm going to check if my mascara is dry, and I'm going to spray everything and kind of just soak in. Oh, I'm not. I'm going to highlight my inner corner and my brow bone. This is the Physicians Formula Nude like Shimmer Brick, and I love this highlight. It's one of my favorites. And I'm just going to highlight my brow bone and then my inner corner with the lightest white shade in that palette. Now I'm going to make sure they're for sure dry, and then I think I'm going to go in and spray. Yep. Lots of the Colourpop setting spray. And then use a bougie fan and fan myself off. Spray a little more. I'm kind of just waiting and stalling until I know the setting spray is dry, because we don't want to put on powder products when it's still wet. Alright, now that everything's dry, I put on a little bit more powder and carved out my cheekbones, and I'm going to go into this blush from Kaleido Cosmetics in Prima Donna and apply this on my cheeks. It is such a pretty, glowy, blushing bride pink shade. I love it. And then buff in everything, just blend away, make sure nothing looks too harsh. Then take a stippling brush, blend the blush and the bronzer together. I guess I'm going to carve out again, and then just make sure nothing was brought in too close to my face with the powder. Alright, next I'm using these Hourglass ambient lighting powders, and the first one I'm using is in Dim Light, and I put this pretty much everywhere. Just kind of set my entire face with this. This powder is so pretty. It provides just such a nice subtle glow to the skin. And then as kind of like a blush topper, I'm going to be using the Hourglass Ambient Lighting Powder in Luminous Light. And this is more of a pinky champagne shade, and I apply this where I put my blush and a little bit of where I like would put my highlight. So right on like the high points of my cheek. And then to actually highlight, I'm going to be using that Physicians Formula Gorgeous Shimmer Brick. And then I get all excited because I like how it looks, and then I set everything with the All-Star Setting Spray, fan myself, and then for lips, I'm going to quickly, I guess I realized I need to wipe off my lips, but I'm going to be using the MAC Lip Liner in Whirl. This is a gorgeous like nude berry shade, at least that's how it comes across on my lips. So line my lips. And then, let me tell you what it's called. I'm going to be using the Maybelline Super Stay Matte Ink in Dreamer. And I'm pretty sure this is the shade I'm going to go with. It's just this really pretty light berry pink. And then I'm going to set my brows with the Tarte Busy Gal Brow Double Duty Beauty in medium brown. It's just a brow gel. Hi guys, so thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this kind of video. I think it's fun to watch like a mix of like voiceovers, like sped forward videos, and then like talk throughs. So that's kind of what I'm trying to go through with my channel. But I really like how this look turned out. Don't forget to subscribe down below, and I will see you in my next video.